All right, listen. This weird video of this woman on there. God will have you see this right before you get paid to exist. It's like, why do you need to get paid to exist? Are you talking about the Bible? Okay, idolatry is a sin. Thou shalt not render unto God any graven image. Okay, is reading comprehension at an all-time low? Or have people, the Holy Crusades, Batman, or have people been this fucking insane and selfish and stupid for too long? We have the capacity to globally communicate and explain things intellectually real simply, right? Real simply. It's not hard at all. Okay. So forgive debt and trespass and love one another, eternal faithful peace literally means you're living in the kingdom of heaven. It's da ki oi. Oh, I never thought about that. Apparently the Roman Empire didn't either, right? All the great philosophers. Yeah. Why didn't Marcus Aurelius explain this to us? What about Lucretius? How come Socrates and Plato and Aristotle didn't explain this to us? I mean, Plato, they're all before that, right? Marcus Aurelius. So they obviously weren't as intelligent as Jesus or Muhammad did, right? Right? They just weren't as intelligent. Okay. They had people, bring in your gold, pay your taxes. What? Okay, that's just crazy. Like my sister, Poncha told me that from the wackadoodles at her genocidal military business operators at her church. I said, render unto God's what is God's render. That means pay your taxes. No, it doesn't. Okay, what it means is give Caesar what he wants. Here, take the money and go. Ooh, take the money and run. Ooh, Lord, makes his money off other people's taxes. And God is the essence of all, right? We have a tree because of taxpayer dollars or because of the glory of God, which is the essence of creation. Okay. We have houses because of taxpayer dollars or the capacity of God's creation to manipulate matter and build shelter for their children. We have cars because Satan says so. Okay, no, cars. The Tesla engine was a really good source of faithful communication to reduce genocide and poisoning, to move stuff if we need to, right? If we need to. When you're doing things right and you're not building the Empire State Building and you're not holding food hostage and you're not holding shelter hostage and clothing hostage, log trucks are a lot less necessary, right? Just so happens we have logs, right? And so, Earl, and so, when you're dealing with insane people that are still engaged in, here's what's happening. This little kid, playing quarterback at Duke, he's free to do this. And the Messina kid, and you're like, Loggins? No, it's spelled differently. Oh, people smile and tell me I'm the lucky one. We've just begun. Think I'm going to have a son. He will be like she and me, as free as a dove. And that's not true. No. Patrick was born during Operation Desert Storm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because Steffi hated the hospital at Fort Bragg and didn't want to stay there. And she went to go stay with her grandmother, on Green Arrow and Payne. Yeah, I think they lived on Arrow. The main cause of human suffering and pain is human selfishness. So When you're on TV crying because people got murdered over philanthropy, you think anybody believes that crocodile? Crocodile tears. You know what I'm saying? Think anybody really believes you? When I first found out, I heard all over. I felt so left out till I got to know her. Then I tried to wait till you got over. But I became just like her. So don't be surprised to find that the man on your Wheaties box this morning gonna be the woman in someone else's house tonight, right? So, it's horrible. All right, it is horrible what you guys do to yourselves and one another and mutilate yourselves, destroy yourselves. Do not want to sexually reproduce. Want to have sex, but don't want to have kids. Want to raise kids, but somebody else's kids. You don't want to be part of the sin, and you don't want to be part of the stopping of the sin either. Either stand up for the Lord's Prayer or sit the fuck down and let me take care of it with your technology. Okay, I am currently using your technology to reflect the perfection of the faith, the consistent faith of the Messiah. Okay, and fix your bad brain activity. Okay. The guy gets a tiny house to do this, single dad, and you look, oh, they did a good job. It's like, he's doing it. He's renting it to college students to make excess money off their extortion and exploitation so he can pay for his and his own kids' extortion and exploitation. Okay. Everybody's laughing at me, but I want to own this and pay for it. And then I won't have to. You live in a box, and a rabbit in a hat in a box, and you making, live in a fox with a box. You're not Machine Gun Kelly. You can't afford a mansion. So all you can afford is a box. Okay. So instead of stand up for the Lord's Prayer of Jesus Christ, you'd rather buy a box and live in a box with the great Freon filter in the sky, not in your kitchen, right? And do you understand? It's like, what? In the future, okay, the refrigerators will be built even more efficiently and be ventilated out of your basement so they won't have to run quite as much. So we won't have the great Freon filter in the sky working overtime all the time there to keep your food from going bad there in case you need it for storage, which you do. It's a good idea. Refrigeration is a new kosher when you do it right. If you do it wrong, the great refrigeration filter in the sky is a person out in the parking lot in Phoenix with their oxygen attached to their nose while they're sitting in the car, running the car to run the Freon air conditioner with the carbon emission poisoning, killing all the homeless people and the kids playing at the park next door. Why'd you go around secretly? You was tired of loving me. Why'd you keep holding on when love was already gone? The time you said you wasn't feeling well. Don't you think I couldn't tell you'd been with someone else? You were only fooling yourself. When I first, hey Memo, give me a beer. Okay? Tiffany. No, keep the grapefruit. I'm good. That's cool. I don't have nearly, it's going to take me about, I don't know, a year once I clean this place up to restore my circulation to where I have an erection and some abs halfway as decent as that naked old homeless man in your window in Nolens, right? I'm so pretty. I'm so gorgeous, man. Kiss myself. And yeah, the nerve damage on my shin from the melanoma cells rapidly reproducing, trying to save my body from my organs being shut down. I look at it and go, oh, that's horrible. No, your body's absolutely beautiful. When I first found out, I heard all over. I felt so left out till I got to know. You guys see my gut with the chemical poisoning from you guys go in there and get vaccinated, or you can't go to the store to buy groceries for your dad. What about you rich people? We have them delivered. Oh, we got an app for that. Yeah. Like on, what was that? Second X, right? Have the poor people deliver your food. You stay at home. You don't have to get vaccinated. What? But Vivica got vaccinated. And look at all the weight she's putting on. Damn, girl, I'm sorry. I thought they'd give us a saline shot, didn't you? I mean, for crying out loud, we're famous, right? Independence Day, Independence Day. Put me in the Matrix. Kids don't stand a chance. Earl, you funny. I know. So, yeah. No, I don't have as big of a crush on Vivica as I did when I was young. Well, when I saw her in the adult worker outfit that she was wearing on Independence Day, it just gave me flashbacks about my Yolanda Denise Gilliard, Chief's girl. Yeah. She cheated on you left and right. Everybody cheated on me left and right. Have you read the Bible? Okay. You read the Bible? Read the Bible? Jeremiah, Elijah, Jesus's betrothed becomes a prostitute. Okay. Mary Magdalene. Mm-hmm. Okay. You get all these people, a woman of her kind. A woman of her kind. And what kind is that? The one that says, I refuse to be in an arranged marriage, and then she gets divorced from the arranged marriage, and then all she can become left to provide for anybody in her environment is, and the people that are, all the women that got sent to Nazareth because some guy sexually raped them, or their pastor, scarlet lettered them and stuff. Yeah, woman of her kind. Yeah. We need more Mary Magdalenes. We need a lot less bitches crying for money on TV. Hell yeah! Hallelujah. I'm the most gorgeous man in the history of the world because I am restoring the gorgeousness of King David, the gorgeousness of Muhammad, the gorgeousness of, so on, so forth, right? Men are now truly gorgeous because of my faith, my strength, my courage, my deed, I ain't good. No. Take this money. No. Kick me off Facebook, Dan. Kick me off Facebook again. I triple dog dare you. Kick me off Facebook again. You can't. I ain't going back. Fuck you. Okay. Oh, it feels good. Dad has it. Talks about how shitty is it, but he goes back on it to communicate with people that think like he do. Right? I'm not on Facebook because I can't communicate people who think like I do on Facebook or social media. I do it right here. Ark of Covenant, right? Go figure. Jesus, who are you talking to? Earl. Earl, who are you talking to? Me, myself, and I. Shut up, De La Soul. Oh, it's me, myself, and Irene. Hey, how's it going, Ray Zellweger? Let's snap that rooster's head and put it in a pot. Cole Kidman needs some chicken and dumplings. Right? Inman. Who is Inman? The one that Amy likes. Oh, Vasily Zaitsev. Yeah. Or Noah. What's the guy's name again? Jude Law. That's it, Alfie. No, that's the second time. First, sixth, seventh time, it won't last, but it's all right. It's funny. Oh, fucking Robin Williams does, and he's a genius, and I'm crazy and don't know what I'm talking about. Alfie, Michael Caine, then they did it with Jude Law for the fifth, sixth, seventh time. It won't last, but it's all right. Hey, we need to remake the movie. Midway, again. Hey, Tora. You guys haven't redone that one, have you? Okay, so what's the next one? What's next? Pearl Harbor. How many movies we have? And how many King Kong? How many King Kong movies do we need to make? We live in the Lord's Prayer everywhere. Defecate in your underwear. We'll have it sent to your house in discreet packaging. And a brown van or a white van. Are you racist? I don't know. So if I get stuff from FedEx, does that make me racist? And if I get stuff from UPS, that makes me, hey, come on, Snoop Dogg and Ahmad, get into Stanford and make snaps like a button, right? Illegit shit. Throat. Sock you. You all right? I'm fine. Love is like hip hop. I can't find that one. No. It's hard to find his shit on YouTube. I'll look again. Yeah. I do like the songs, but they just hard to find. They was on for a while and they don't know no more. I have a Bitbox back then. Love is like hip hop. What's the other one? He said. Oh, Run Up On Me. Yeah, I don't have that one. I don't have an MC. Is I'm an MC on there? I think I got Nick Can't Tell Me Nut. I think that's about it. Do I have it? I don't know. I'll have to look on my blue one, my orange one. I rebooted it and put songs on I thought the kids might like, but I'm pretty sure that Gabe and Mike would like Ahmad Ali Lewis. Yeah, Patrick does. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Sometimes I wish I was a kid again. Not me. Why? Because when I was a kid, they were preparing to fuck me in this chair right there. Today and every day, I'm just me. But yeah, no. If I was a kid again, that means I'd have to go back through all this shit all over again and see it all over again, watch it all over again. And when you get older, when you're young and you're dumb, you think you want to have sex with Nichelle Nichols. Now, when you see Nichelle Nichols on Star Trek and you feel all the pain she had to go through in her life because we're denied Dolores Prayer, you just look at her and cry. When I first found out, I heard all over. I felt so left out till I got to know her. So I tried to wait till you got over. And I became just like her. So don't be surprised to find that the angel in your arms this morning gonna be the devil in someone else's arms. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Nah, I'm gonna take your technology. I'm gonna fix it, make it reflect as perfect of a man as humanly possible in this batshit fucking crazy hellhole they call the American Southwest with the greatest military minds in the history of science. Yeah. They're gonna save Joan Collins from getting run over by a truck in the street. Fuckers are crazy. They is crazy, man. They crazy. Them motherfuckers is crazy. And they got ego problems. Everything they do is like, okay, so this is, it's like Jules Verne. Yes, okay, it's like Jules Verne with the, okay, I could save a million times. There's just stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Well, that would stop the truck from running and have to pay his bill, stop the guy from robbing you in the park. With the, yeah, stand for the Lord's Prayer. I'm going to save you from your jewels, Vern. Okay, Vern? What was his name again? Ernest. Ernest. Remember Vern and Ernest? Yeah, Ernest goes to jail and all that shit. Remember Vern? Yeah, commercials. I'm going to save you from being Ernest on commercials. I'm going to earnestly save you from being Ernest and Vern on commercials. But Vern ain't really there. Vern is the cameraman. I guess Vern is the cameraman. You can't drink beer in a beer commercial. Why do you want to kill your brain cells on a beer commercial? Oh, too much money, not enough common sense. I got you. Too much money for pussy, not enough huevos to be a man. They try to rot him off with chemical poisoning in this day. Yeah, you ought to see my, you don't want to see my testicles. They practically shriveled him up like I'm in my 90s. Oh, it was horrible. Yeah. I got him back down to the juice where everything was working good and stuff by 2017. Next thing I know, I'm like, I'm dying here. Go to the hospital, got the blood test back. Oh, ethyl alcohol. Wow, I'm a drug addict and alcoholic. According to, you gave all so we can be free. You're the real heroes. Hey, fly over the stadium. Hey, get the big, stars and stripes there. Okay. All you people that salute the American flag, okay? You do know the American flag gave us Tularosa, Hiroshima, and Nagasaki, and they were the main financiers behind Auschwitz and all those. Okay. Mm-hmm. You still want to keep that flag from hitting the ground so you don't have to burn it and fight like hell for the people that would kill over the money from it? Or do you want to stand up for the man who's better than your flagpole rag and your war song? Yeah, you have a choice, and you chose wrong. I made a promise, Earl, to leave it alone. I gave you trust, you threw it away early, please. Ralphie, please. Holding hands, strolling through the park. Sweet memories are torn apart. I did that with Law. I did that with Edna. No, Miriam, we danced at the Bragg NCO Club. I took her home, and I carried her to bed, and I went back and called Law. And, I'm gonna be faithful to my wedding vows. I gave you a ring and promised to marry you. I don't have any conclusive evidence that you're sleeping with other guys at the club. But, if I do, I had lots of circumstantial evidence, but no one would just come and tell me, yeah, it's just happening. Law finally did. She finally confessed. She told me. And then I went back and Miriam was having sex with old Tito. Yeah. Airborne Ranger, Puerto Rican extraordinaire, Dios mío. Okay, so it's like, yeah, asshole, No, every time Amy was pregnant, even though she was pregnant with a leg lifter at the bar's kids, I was faithful to her. And, you know, I had women that inquired, but I said, I can't, you know, be with you because my wife knows how to take the course like my ex-wife and make us completely miserable and make the children's life miserable. And she'll do everything over money and time with the kids and tear the children apart and abuse them over money and stuff. So, you know, what happened? I just let them, you know, took one for the team. He's a pervert. He's crazy. He's this and that. And then isolated myself from the kids, and the ones that were too emotional, I tuned out my pain and suffering to them and didn't hunt them down and tell them, you know, here's what they're doing to me. Oh, glory be. I just go online and say, hey, all you superhero perverts and propaganda tool bags and turd bags, wait till you get a load of me. I am way better than the Joker that beat out Robin Williams. Oh, yeah. Postman always rings twice. No post on Sundays. Son of man does as he wishes. This is the bowels of hell. And social media marketing is open 24/7. So I can pick up the phone and kick your ass and tell you what a dirty, rotten, child molesting, mind raping, murdering pervert you are just about any time of day, as long as I got home internet with T-Mobile, right? Okay, as long as my scripts is going, right? So, you know, I have to rest. I have to stay alive. You know, stay alive, I will find you. You know, this life was given to me by the glory of God and not by the perversion of your scientist. So, you know, your scientists are a reflection of you accepting your sin over me and the rest of the Messiah's eternal, faithful love. So you had a choice and you chose wrong. So we'll just keep working on this. I'll just keep fixing it. And we'll have these people, you know, God will, you want you to see this when you get money for being alive. Okay, idolatry. You can't read you're as dumb as Dwayne from Tack Bible School. Your God ain't on your side. God's omniscient and omnipotent. God is the essence of life to Adolf Hitler, and you and your cartoon book character you call God, asshole. Okay. So thou shalt have no gods before me. Do not render unto God any graven image. When your parents can do this, honor your mother and father. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, don't bother. Take your idolatry ass and go talk about bullshit while I fix your technology. And it didn't cost me any money. It just took the technology and said, technology, I need to fix technology with technology because I can use technology to protect people from technology, but I cannot protect them from themselves. Oh, go figure. Well, you're judged by your deed and you have free will. Okay, thank you very much. Love you too.